What is up, everybody? It's Justin Gaming here. So of course I haven't uploaded in quite a while. I think it's been around a month since my last upload, and I quickly want to apologize for that. Basically the reason was that I had to finish up my last week of school. I had to write up my exams, and then after that I got a part-time job, so I've been working at that. And I haven't really had much time to make any videos, but that's all gonna change from now on. I'm planning to come back, and I'm going to be trying to upload 1 to 2 times every week. I'm still working on the Uncharted 4 multiplayer montage, so you can expect that to come probably in the next few weeks. I'm working on that right now. It's about halfway done. I just have to get a few more clips. So once again, if you have any, please send them to my email. I'll leave a link to my email down below in the description, so please send those to me. At the same time, I also have to say I have been kind of relaxing a bit since it is the summer. I've basically just been playing games and stuff, relaxing and enjoying my holidays, as I said. At the same time, though, I also find that it is kind of a dry period in terms of games, at least. Please let me know if you think so as well, because honestly, there haven't been too many gaming topics to talk about, at least. None that I found particularly interesting, at least for my taste. So I haven't really had too much to talk about in terms of videos, but so I looked back at some recent E3 stuff, basically to see if there was anything I could talk about, and one of the games that actually surprised me a lot was the new God of War game coming to the PS4. So as you know, the game that Sony, of course, opened their E3 press conference with was, of course, the new God of War by Sony Santamonica. And what has me so much more interested in this new God of War than any other God of War is that it looks like they're putting a much bigger emphasis this time around on the story, which I definitely find exciting, because honestly, nowadays in the gaming industry, we seem to be only getting two types of games. And that is, of course, the open world games that Ubisoft always has, where they try and get the worlds as big as possible, but the stories necessarily aren't always the best. For example, I'm talking about games like the Assassin's Creed franchise, Far Cry, and yeah, they're looking to be doing the same thing with like For Honor and stuff, and Ghost Recon Wildlands. So honestly, yeah, I can say the open world games I'm not necessarily a huge fan of. But yeah, we seem to be getting a lot of those these days. And the other franchise we also get are the big RPGs like The Witcher 3, Fallout, stuff like that. And once again, yeah, that's not really the type of genre I enjoy playing too much. I've played a few RPGs. Like, honestly, I don't really have too much fun playing those. But yeah, the genre I do like playing, most of you will know, is probably the story-driven linear games. For example, like an Uncharted game. Obviously, Naughty Dog does those games really well, obviously, creating the best story-driven games. And yeah, that genre seems to be going downhill because we really don't see that many games like that nowadays, that really takes that story-driven linear principle. So yeah, it's kind of sad to see that genre going downhill, and we're not seeing as much nowadays. But back to the God of War God of War demo that we saw at Sony's press conference. I want to go back to that. As I said, they're putting a much bigger emphasis on the story this time around, and I think that's definitely really cool, because from what I've known from talking to other people about previous God of War games is that the old games put a much bigger emphasis on the gameplay, and the story isn't necessarily what you would play the games for. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited for this new God of War coming to the PS4, since it is putting a much bigger emphasis on the story, with Kratos. Basically, he's teaching his son how to become like stronger, like a warrior, and how to fight like that. And then the son's teaching Kratos how to become human, like have those human traits. Because as we know, Kratos can be kind of ruthless sometimes, because we did see, from what we know of the previous God of War games, from what my friends told me, I believe that he murdered all the gods or something like that. So yeah, he is quite ruthless. But now he's trying to teach his son how to be like strong like him, and then his son's teaching him the other way, how to become human again. So yeah, the new God of War game, it's definitely looking really cool. So I've never played any of the other God of War games myself because simply that franchise has been around since the PS1 days. But of course, PS1 came out before I was even born, as I am only 16 years old. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this new God of War game because, as I said already, they're putting a much bigger emphasis on the story this time around. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. As for a release date for the new God of War game, I would probably say probably sometime around the summer of next year, so summer of 2017. If not, then probably holiday 2017, because this game definitely has been in development for quite some time already. Sony Santamonica hasn't made their own PS4 game yet, their own like PS4 game made just by them. They have like helped out on some other PS4 games. I'm not exactly sure which ones, but yeah, I know that they've helped out make some other PS4 games. But yeah, this God of War is going to be their very first PS4 game made just by them. And yeah, I'm definitely really excited because also that they're taking a turn in terms of what the story is going to be like, because they're going to be going into Norse mythology, which is different from the other games, because I believe that the other games were taking place in Greek mythology, which is definitely cool. I like seeing games do this where it's like the same franchise but it's like rebooted. They look like they're taking a different turn in the series, basically changing up the formula, you know, innovating on the franchise. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm really excited for this new God of War game. Please let me know down in the comments if you're excited for this new God of War game, if you played any of the other God of War games, and yeah, let me know if you're excited for this new God of War coming to the PS4 probably sometime next year. So yeah, you can expect videos from me probably 1 to 2 times a week from now on. And yeah, you can definitely expect the Uncharted 4 multiplayer montage coming up in the next few weeks. Once again, if you have any clips, please send them to my email. I'll leave a link, or not a link, I'll leave my email down below in the description below. And yeah, for now I'd like to thank you a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.